Liverpool Football Club, another big signing, but this one has got the entire football world divided, not on the player's ability, but the price tag. We are going to break it all down in this video. David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano has given the latest transfer update regarding Hugo Ekitikke's 90 million euro transfer to Liverpool. The deal is very close. The here we go is expected in the next 24 hours, according to a lot of sources. Romano and Ornstein both come out with different opinions tonight, but they all concluding to the fact that Isak will be a Liverpool player. Newcastle fans feel very happy about this because they will be keeping Alexander Isak and remain consistent the entire way through this process. I think they do have the money, but I don't think Liverpool will be signing Isak. There's also Rodrygo updates, but I don't get some people are just absolutely criticizing Liverpool. Let's just get this out there, right? They brought in Kirkes, one of the best attacking fullbacks in the Premier League last season, a long-term replacement for Robertson, who's only 21 years of age. They brought in Frimpong, who's going to fit their system like a glove, and now they've actually got two very good attacking wing-backs. And they brought in the best playmaker in Germany last season, one of the best playmakers in European football, who's played in international tournaments for Germany, who's won league titles, who's played in Europa League finals, who's only 22 years of age. And they've just brought in Hugo Ekitike, who is 22. Edwards and Hughes very rarely get a transfer wrong. And even if they do get the transfer wrong, they just go and sell them for a bigger profit anyway. So I think Liverpool fans should be very optimistic because there's still money left over with the sale of Luis Diaz, with the sale of Darwin Núñez, with the sale of Harvey Elliott, Morton, potentially Federico Chiesa, to go out there and make a big move for Rodrygo. Liverpool fans right now should be over the moon, but rivals, the salt on the timelines. Oh, Liverpool should never have paid 90 million euros. How many other strikers are available? Alexander Isak is not available. Benjamin Sesko, they want 100 to 105 million euros, which Liverpool aren't prepared to pay. Gyökeres wants Arsenal. Dusan Vlahovic, I don't see as a Liverpool player. Victor Osimhen, maybe, but he wants Galatasaray. Who else? Name another striker, people, in the comments. Like the saltiness on the timelines. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts. We're steamrolling our way towards 66k subscribers. We are just under 200 away. So if you haven't already and you watch the content, like every single one of you, but 90% of you don't subscribe. So please go down and hit that subscribe button because it would be greatly appreciated. I want to start off with Fabrizio Romano's tweet. He's just reposted it, which normally tells you there's a lot more to be said than meets the eye. Liverpool are closing in on Hugo Ekitike deal with Eintracht Frankfurt as a new bid has been submitted. Package worth 90 million euros, which is about 78 million pounds, with add-ons also part of the proposal being structured between the two clubs. Ekitike has full agreement on Liverpool with a 6-year contract. Now, I might be in the minority here, but I think Ekitike is going to be a success at Liverpool. Can play left wing, can play number 9, has Europa League experience, has Bundesliga experience. Last year, 30+ goal contributions in his breakout season, 15 goals in the league, 4 goals in the Europa League, 3 goals in the DFB Pokal, and 12 assists. 32 goal contributions last season. Yes, he has never made an international first-team appearance for France. Yes, he's a little bit raw. Yes, the striker market isn't there. We're not like the mid-2000s where just in the Premier League you had Didier Drogba, Wayne Rooney, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Thierry Henry, Roy Keane, Jermaine Defoe, Peter Crouch, Yakubu. Some of the strikers we were blessed with. There's loads and loads I'm missing. You had like Tevez coming through, Robin van Persie coming through. The names were endless. The striker market isn't there right now. There's 5 or 6 top strikers, and there's probably 3 4 world-class strikers in Harry Kane, Alexander Isak, Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe. Then the cut below, the Benjamin Seskos, the Gyökeres, the Ekitikes, the Osimhens, then a drop-off, Dusan Vlahovic, and then you're scratching your head. There isn't a striker market there. So in today's market, you are paying a lot of money for potential. Yes, it's a gamble, but some of the salt I have seen, Liverpool are buying the league. This is a football club that didn't sign a player last year other than Federico Chiesa and Georgi Mamardashvili. And Georgi Mamardashvili spent the entire year at Valencia and they still won the Premier League. I don't get the bitterness, the salt, the hatred. Like, I understand giving Liverpool some stick because they're your rivals and all that, but you got to appreciate good business when you see it. And I don't really see this as bad business. This leaves them with money left over for them to go out and sign a player like Rodrygo. Now, if they go out and sign a Rodrygo, zero doubt for me that Liverpool next season are going to be a force. David Ornstein said, outline agreement between Liverpool and Eintracht Frankfurt for the transfer of Hugo Ekitike to Liverpool. Work needed to formally get it done. Expected day or so if add-ons are all met. SGE anticipate club record sale of 95 million euros, which is about 82 million pounds. Let's just be honest. Manchester United have just paid 60 to 70 million pounds for Bryan Mbeumo with 1 year left on his contract. Who's what? 25? 26? Yes, Bryan Mbeumo is a very, very good player, but this guy is 22, 30 plus GA last season, who has bags and bags of potential, who can play in the 9, who can play up front in the striker role, who, you know, predominantly is right-footed but can use his left. Predominantly, you know, he's only ever utilized in one position. But we're talking about a guy, look at his stats. Like, honestly, I've never seen we're not talking about a world-class star right now. We're talking about a good up-and-coming striker. Look at his numbers. Top 10% for non-penalty XG. Top 7% for total shots. Top 10% for assists. Top 4% for non-penalty XG. Top 6% for shot creating actions. Progressive carries. Successful take-on. Touching the attacking penalty area. Progressive passes received. Like, look at the players he's compared to. Rodrygo, Ousmane Dembele, Vinny Jr., Harry Kane, Alexander Isak. We're talking about an RIP Diego Jota. Look at the players, Marcus Thuram, Rodrygo. We're looking at some of the best forwards in European football. This guy is compared to based on the numbers. Like, some of the salt is absolutely ridiculous. And this leaves money left over for Liverpool to go out there and bring Rodrygo in. And let me tell you right now, if this happens, if Rodrygo signs for Liverpool Football Club, forget about it. A front three of Ekitike, Rodrygo, Mohamed Salah, with backups like Harvey Elliott, Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, if they stay. Midfield of Gravenberch, McAllister, Florian Wirtz, Van Dijk, Alisson. We're talking about world-class footballers. They're adding to an already stacked squad. I don't get the salt. Liverpool may be willing to sell Luis Diaz to Bayern if they get close to 80 million pounds. And there has been some talk that Rodrygo could come in as a replacement. Guys, I think you lot need to, yeah. Yeah. Anything Liverpool put out a tweet from Florian Plettenberg, which says, it is very close now after Liverpool have presented their second offer for Ekitike. Eintracht expect a deal to be done soon. However, SGE will still examine the details of Liverpool's new offer and clarify further points Sunday could prove decisive. I do think tomorrow is the day we will see a here we go from the main man, Fabrizio Romano. And I think, you know, the fact that they put him on a 6-year deal, I think that's really, really good business. Really, really good business from Liverpool Football Club. The striker market isn't there what it used to be. You're getting a very, very good 22-year-old striker who can create, who can score goals, has got some experience in European competition. He's not going to be expected to come in and get 20 league goals, 25 league goals. You've already got a player in your team that will do that. He will definitely contribute. I think he's a better striker than they've already got in Darwin Núñez. He can also play out on the left. And there is more than enough funds left over once they process some of the sales. For instance, Luis Diaz, to bring in a Rodrygo. Then you're bringing in Champions League experience. You're bringing in a winning mentality player that's been there, seen it, and done it. I feel that this is a very, very good signing for Liverpool Football Club. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time.